Hello, hello! I'm the official name rater. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Lillipup, Herdier, and Stoutland. And sometimes I feel like when I do these intros, I have to actually think to myself, what the hell are those Pokemon's names again? And it's usually the middle one that gets me. But I remember the names. I haven't messed up yet, but eventually I'm going to forget the name of one of these idiots. Amaterasu we've seen plenty of times before. I feel like we're seeing it more and more each day. It's getting crazy. Do I think it fits her Stoutland? No. No, not even like a little bit. Like, I'm positive we've seen this for many other Pokemon that have been way more fitting and usually fire typed. So I'm not really sure why outside of dog, and that's about it. Also, just because I know it's going to be mentioned. I'm probably going to see a bunch of nicknames that's like, oh, well, I named it after my childhood dog. That's fine, you do you, but everyone's different and they got their own sentimental reason, so just don't expect me to highlight that or whatever because that's going to be something personal to you. So I don't actually know the origin on this. I'm assuming this is where it comes from. That whole, because you've heard the joke, you've seen the joke thousands of times in other shows like Aladdin, Family Guy, or wherever else in popular media. Here, lassie, what's that? Timmy fell down a well. So, I feel like that's kind of a very well-known dog joke. And from just searching, I guess that's just the name of a series that was in the 50s, which honestly sounds about right. I didn't know the origin. I just knew the joke, and that's it. It's kind of funny how sometimes you can learn stuff like that, but not actually know what it's about. I have seen things like Scruff or Scruffy a couple times already, and I chose to ignore it just because I'm like, that's boring and I don't care. But this one also highlights Clifford, and I like Clifford. It doesn't fit Stoutland at all. And as weird as this is going to sound, I feel like the closest thing we have that would fit Clifford would probably be Arcanine. It's not quite red, but it's close. And I really want there to be a big red dog Pokemon that I can name Clifford, and then a few other million people will also latch onto that same joke. I also really like Snoopy. But again, I don't think it would fit Stoutland. Stoutland's design is weird in the sense that, there's no, that I know of, fictional dogs that actually kind of resemble it. It's a weirdo looking dog, and I don't know. Clifford looks like a dog. Snoopy looks like a dog. Lassie looks like a dog. What's going on here? There's plenty of fictional dogs to pull from, but none of them resemble Herdier. Okay, we reached the bottom, and I don't feel like we actually found anything of worth at all, period. Like, when you ask me, hey, what were the good nicknames of this episode? I don't know. I'll admit I didn't write anything down, but it's because nothing jumped out at me enough to be like, I don't know. There's some that's like, those are good nicknames, but I don't think they apply to Stoutland, is all. And then there's some really weird ones, like William Taft. Anyway, the spreadsheet, your dog, that basically summarizes how I felt also. I didn't actually see too much of that, so that's fine. Rufus is a terrible name, I'm sorry. Don't name anybody that. And then Sadie, oh look, it's another sentimental thing. So that's kind of the summary, is I expect to see that. If you do that, that's fine, that's your dig. That's just not something you can help other people with and recommend. Hey, do you want to name your Pokemon after my dog that you've never met? I don't have a personal choice. If I'm honest, I don't really like Stoutland at all. And my resentment towards it only increased with Alola, with that stupid dumbass who's blocking the route and he's like, no, I have to sniff! Fuck you, buddy. Let me walk by. Worst item finder ever. Anyways, that's it. So, any ideas and suggestions you have that you feel could apply to the Stoutland, Piplup, Herdier line, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good. Tell us what you've used. Tell us what you would recommend. Normal types are very hard because, with a fire type, you could make a joke off the fire. You can't make a joke off the normal. You'd have to just do some sort of, in this case, a dog-based name. That's the easiest thing for you to work with. Think of something that you could probably apply to a few dogs. I was thinking about it earlier. I don't remember which episode, but I remember seeing dog meat in an episode. And I think that's supposed to be a Borderlands reference or something like that. I don't know. Fallout? It's from some game. And I remember not hating that nickname. So I don't know, if you could think of something dog related, now's the time to use it. Tell us. Do it now.